Okay, so this is Aryawira speaking, and today I would like to answer the comprehension check question made by my lecturer for the e-learning course. So I will like to present you my answers from number 1 to 10 questions. So let's get into the first question. So what is online learning? So online learning is learning activities carried out online using the internet and learning through videos and online assignments. So it means that when we are doing online learning, we should have the gadget that is supporting us to get into the internet. And the internet itself should have a really good, reliable, and stable connection so that the online learning can be conducted smoothly. And the second one is explain synchronous and asynchronous learning. So synchronous learning means that the things are happening at the same time. So it's a sort of like face-to-face approach like we are usually have in the class where the teacher and the learner are happen to meet each other at the same time and space. And asynchronous learning means that things are happening in different time. So let's say the teachers are in the uh, Surabaya and the student is in Singaraja. So they both can have learning like usual, and even though they are separated by time and space. And also the deadline for the assignment can be varied. It depending on the what when the deadline is made by the teacher and when the student have the internet connection to go into the course. The second one is what are the basic features of an LMS. So this here I have like 8 basic feature that we usually can be found in a general learning management system. So first is the syllabus. So syllabus is consisting of an overview of the course in the outline form, that is including objective, assignment, requirement, and others. And the second one is the calendar. So calendar should consisting of schedule of deadline and course event. And the third one is teacher announcement. So teacher announcement is the teacher update and reminder to the student. So because it is so important, teacher announcement is usually appeared when we are opening the web or the application of LMS at the first time. And the fourth, and the next is course email. Course email is an email that can be contacted by the student when they are having some kind of question that they want to address to the teacher. And then there is lessons. Lesson is the content section that which is usually organized by topic of what we are going to talk about or discuss about or teach. And then there is assignment. Assignment, uh, drop drop boxes or assignment. So it's a place where the student can place their result of some lesson, which can be in the form of links, uh, presentation, or the document like Word, etc. And then gradebook. Gradebook is as the name suggests, it's a book which consists of grade of all the students from their attendance, participation, readings, assignment, and project grades. And the last thing is the resource. Resource is the one to that we use in as an online material of what we are going to teach, and it can be in the forms of readings, websites, games, images, sound recording, and audio. Next, uh, so what makes the good introduction writing in an online course? So this is one of the example. So it should be clear and concise. So as we can see here, the example, all groups should submit the summary of Suggestopedia natural approach online, and then as usually discuss the concept related to the nature blah 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 blah. Uh, it's all very strict to the point where there's no way, no chance, maybe for student to misinterpret what we are going to told to the student. And also, as we can see on the second paragraph, all of the things that we have to do is well organized. So there's from the first step, that is from the first step until the last step on the section number 7. Okay, so that's good introduction writing. Next is why online material must be attractive. Well, because it involved other people who didn't get used to by the things that we are going to conduct. So we need to make them feel to familiarize them into something that they are not familiar with, which is the online lesson. So online material needs to be uh, comfortable to to be involved by the student. So there are 4 things uh, that is can be that are needed in online material. So the first is page layout. So page layout needs to be out is so important because uh, it helps students to get through what they are needed to do, because it consists of what tools that they need during their uh, online course, or they get to see the instruction clearly. So page layout is really important. And the second one is the text. So as I said before, text should be clear and concise in terms of language and instruction. And the third one is the graphic element, which is the icon that they are need to have to face with. So uh, the icon itself in the LMS is not to be misleading, so that if the icon is like a diskette, is there's no way that it is not means that it a tool for saving things. And the last is the resources. So resources is the most important thing to make the online material more attractive. uh, so it depends on the ones who created the online course to have the good resources that everyone can enjoy to their individually enjoy. Next, so the types of learn on what is the types of online learning activities and its relevant technological tools. So as you can see, there are like 6 activities and its technological tools: class discussion, discussion forum, journal writing, blog, etc. Next is optimizing online discussion. So how can we optimize the online discussion? So uh, in my opinion, it so everyone who involved in the online discussion should know their part, both from the teacher side and the learner side. So the teacher's role in this case is how to guide the learner on what they are found, or the process of discovery, understanding, and knowledge construction. So the teacher needs to be responsible in all that things. And the second one is the role of the teacher. So I divided into 4 types. So the role of the learner as a member of a group, it is they need to be responsible of what they are doing, and they are the ones who like trying to reconnect all of the puzzles so that they can get the understanding that the teachers wanted. And the second one is the role of learner working in pair. So it means that the learner should have been the role model for his partner who have a lack of knowledge compared to him, and they can lead them to so that both can get the process in a same pace. And then the third is the role of the learner working alone. So the role of the learner working alone, it means that they have their own right to engage in the online discussion by their own will. and we need to like encourage their will so that all of the process can be clarified. And the last thing is the role of the learner as a member of a community. So it means that uh, because community is like sort of like everyone have their own ways to get into something. So we need to like vary our material, but still in the same topic that we want to achieve, so that everyone can have their own way to get through the topic that we are want to address. So that's it. So next is learn what is what kind of learning resources that can engage online learners. So as you can see, there is a web. So I would like to show it to you now, right now. Okay. This is the random image generator, and what its function is like if we can click this generate a random image. So just wait. Okay, so there is a man who looking at the uh, a steel uh, stack of steel. So based on this picture, we can told the student to make a story about it, and then they have to like put the result onto our learning management system. So this this only one way to make the lesson more engaging, because they this is it serves as the unexpected uh, research resource for students to test their writing. Okay, so we'll just go back into our PowerPoint again. Next, online assessment. So I would like to show you my personal example for this online assessment. So let's go. So this is the instruction that I giving. So you can see. So I told them to listen the audio segment that is the news, which they have to retell in in a written way. Yeah. Okay. So I need an assessment rubric so that I can value which kind of part that I really want to see. So the target test is the vocabulary. So that's one things that I need to see from the student, the way I assess their work. And there is tugas and util and uji jawaban. Okay. So uh, and the second assessment that I and this is the second rubric from what I can exemplify. So after while they are the result of the writing is being assessed by this five factors, five aspect. So understanding accuracy of text, content, etc. Okay, so after I gather all of the score, so I would like to. This is like the example of how to grade them in the Schoology LMS. So like if we like click in this part and it leads us, and I will to input the score that I get from that rubric into this edit grade icon, and this is where I will put their scores. Okay, so next, number 9, basic elements when building online course. So there are 4 basic elements that needs to be followed when building online course. The first is online syllabus, course time frame and format, guideline for class, and participation. So for the example, so I will click this hyperlink. Okay, so this is one of the examples. So this is the course contract. from Mrs. Lokita. And so in order to make the course outline, so there is three things that needs to be considered. So it has to be include a document which is containing key information. So these are the key information, which is the course objective, and it's all in the form of document. And second one, it has to include the critical resources so that the learners can get the material to understand the material easily. So in here we can see that uh, Mrs. Lokita has already given us references to which book we need to read or what website we have to visit in order to understand the let's say how to teach listening. Yeah, okay, so that's the critical resource. And the last thing is to structure online course. So as you can see, this is this course contract is really well organized. So let's say in the first meeting, it's all clear about what we are going to talk about or learn about. So at first, then it's all the first meeting is going to have we are going to have the introduction of the whole course, and then giving the history of English or a language story, and the second and etc. Okay, so we are going back now, and this is the last. So I took this the example of online lesson. So what I want to do is I took the inspiration from number 7, which is using this uh website writingexercise.co.uk in order to them to make a short narrative story based on the picture that they get. And this activities will be conducted in a group which is consists of 4 students, and all of the groups will submit their result in the Schoology. And yeah, I think that's all for my explanation. So I hope it is informating, very informative for you, and I will see you in next time. Bye.